Hello, this is a tutorial on how to use the website Storyboard That. So what you're going to do is go to storyboardthat.com and create storyboard. When you're creating your storyboard, it's going to give you 3 different panels that you can use to create that storyboard. And first things first, you are going to pick your background. So for this assignment, I would probably choose to get a background that is historical. And now I'm going to choose which background I want to create my storyboard on. My storyboard is going to be about Marie Antoinette. So the first thing I'm going to do is have a castle background. That's going to work best. So I'm just going to drag this on to the screen. And now I need to add some characters. So let's go and click characters. And I want characters from the 16 to 1800s. So I'm going to have Marie Antoinette and her husband, King Louis. So let's see. I think these two would make good. Oh, there's more options. You have to wait for a minute for it to load. Ooh, this is going to be a really good King Louis. And here is a good Marie Antoinette. Perfect. So now I'm going to update them a little bit. I can change their hair color. So let's give her brown hair with light skin. And he also will have light skin and maybe like grayish hair. And I can change their clothes. By just scrolling in here, let's give him maybe blue eyes. Purple outfit with like green sash and socks. That looks good. Perfect. And then Marie, we will give her be a pink dress. And that looks good. Okay, perfect. So I can also change the pose that they're in. So I could say edit pose. And it brings this up, and I can give her crying, maybe like a question. Ooh, I think that's going to be a good. And then I can edit how she stands. Maybe she's having a conversation. And edit all of those things. She could be kneeling with her foot up, sitting down. Maybe her hand's doing something. You can edit this however you want to. Perfect. All right, so now I have her and King Louis. And let's give King Louis, let's edit his pose too a little bit and give him a mad face. Turn to the left a little. Perfect. All right. So now we need to give them some speech bubbles. You can also give them some items, like some furniture or other things. I'm going to give them a speech bubble. And you can choose which speech bubble or thought bubble you want. Let's do this one, and we're just going to drag it on and then type in our text. So I'm going to type in, "They're coming for us. We better run." Okay, perfect. And now I'm going to do the second scene, and I'm going to do it same way. So I'm going to find whatever background I want. And this looks like a dungeon, so that's going to be good. Or maybe I want, oh, this one's better. This one's better for what it is. Okay, so now I have to make my characters again. So I'm going to find King Louis and Marie. And I want them maybe dressed down a little bit because they're in a dungeon. And they're not doing so good. Then edit them just like you would you did the first time. Then you just click it and drag it on. I guess we shouldn't have run away from our country. Perfect. And then you do your third panel. Okay, they did not have the item that I wanted them to have, so that's okay. So we're going to have our characters again, and I want them to look like they did in the last one because it's kind of going on from it. I'm going to look back and see. One problem is you can't just, let me see if you can. No, you can't just copy and paste. So I have to kind of see and recreate them. So now I put them back into the next scene, and I'm going to add my speech bubble again. Or we'll just click it and drag. And I'm going to say, don't take our heads. Because they're about to be beheaded. Okay, perfect. So now I have all three of my scenes. And what I'm going to do so that I don't have to sign in is I'm going to zoom out a little bit. Just a little bit so I can capture it all into one thing. And I'm going to take a screenshot of each scene. So on my screen, or on my computer, I do Windows Shift S, and I click and drag to whatever I want to screenshot, which is this. I'm going to take that and open it up a blank Word document. Blank document. And I'm going to paste it in there. So Control V. And that will be my first thing. And then I'm going to just shrink it up a little bit because it doesn't need to be that big. So shrink it by the corners. So that's my first panel. And I'm going to do the same thing with panels 2 and 3. So Control Shift S. And then I'm going to shrink it a bit. Go and get the last panel. Perfect. Okay, so now for part 2 of your assignment is you are going to write 3+ sentences describing what's happening in your panels. So I would write about Marie Antoinette and King Louis getting captured and losing their head. So you write 3 to 3+ sentences describing what is happening in your panel. And then you are going to cite your sources. So for this assignment, I say I got my information off of history.com. So if I got all of my information off of history.com, what I'm going to cite for my URL is I'm going to copy this and paste it into my citations part and press space so that it turns into a URL. And that is how to use Storyboard That to do your assignment. Hopefully that helps, and thank you very much. Bye.